How's it going, everyone? Very exciting Cyberpunk 2077 news for those of you that want to jump back into the game, as yes, the game is going to be getting another major patch, and we will be finding out all the details of said patch tomorrow, 5 p.m. CEST. We'll go over the new tweet from the official Cyberpunk Twitter account, and on top of that, I do want to give you guys a heads up on a game that is going to be getting delisted on all platforms here very shortly. I've been trying to do a better job of giving you guys a heads up on this for those of you that do want to pick these games up, but let's get started with Cyberpunk 2077. New red streams incoming. We're diving into patch 2.3 of Cyberpunk 2077 to check out what's under the hood of the newest update. Our passengers will be Associate Game Director of Cyberpunk 2 and Ardian Jonet, lead designer at Virtuous as well, which I believe Virtuous is very much involved with these updates that Cyberpunk 2077 has been getting. Paul Sasko is the Associate Game Director of Cyberpunk 2. Kind of interesting that he's being referred to that already. I think Cyberpunk 2 is a long ways away, which is a bit of a bummer because I love Cyberpunk 2077. And by the way, Cyberpunk 2077 did just get added to PlayStation Plus Extra, so if you are a PS Plus Extra subscriber, you can jump into the base game. Phantom Liberty isn't included. You can jump into the base game with your extra subscription. Phantom Liberty is incredible in my opinion, and I do recommend people to pick it up, but if you're an extra subscriber, you can jump into the base game, which is still going for like $20-$25, which was a massive addition to PlayStation Plus Extra. And if you are unaware, Cyberpunk 2077 Update 2.3 is scheduled to be just about the same in size as Update 2.2, which was a very notable update. Let me pull up the update notes here from Cyberpunk 2077's official website. That patch, this is what they noted. It came out back in December of last year, so not even that long ago. With this new patch, you'll be able to express yourself like never before. It includes over 100 new customization options for V, adds Crystal Code compatibility for secret vehicle brands, introduces a brand new twin-tone color scheme feature for Crystal Code compatible vehicles, and more. Photo mode also received a major overhaul with new camera options, aspect ratios, light sources, and posable NPCs, just to name a few things. And there's even more beyond that. There were some additions to Johnny. Following Act 1, Johnny will sometimes appear in the passenger seat while V is driving, and a lot of UI improvements and bug fixes and things of that nature. It is supposed to be similar in scale to that patch, and that patch, while it wasn't a 2.0, was still a very, very sizable patch. It is incredible to see CDPR continue to update Cyberpunk 2077. Obviously, we just had the Nintendo Switch 2 release, and the game will be getting ported to Mac, so it seems like it is a very much paramount for CDPR, and this has been one of their objectives, to get Cyberpunk 2077 on as many platforms as humanly possible, especially with the quality level of the game now. I think that's a great idea. I would love if there was a PS5 Pro enhancement. You know, it would be great, I feel, if we could get all of them, but they had said that nothing as far as that is in the works at this point. I think Cyberpunk 2077 is one of those games that they'll end up doing another upgrade for on PlayStation 6 and next Xbox. If that is something they want to do, I feel like people would be into it, especially if it's a free upgrade or even a $5-10 upgrade. I think people would pay for it, especially to get the momentum rolling, because by that point you would be talking about Cyberpunk 2 not being that far away if we're talking 2028, 2029, and you look at what they're rumored to be doing with Witcher 3, a new piece of DLC coming out for that in 2026, maybe to tie into The Witcher 4. I feel like that's a good idea with CDPR, because now they have two major IPs, and I've said that I think Cyberpunk, from a world standpoint, has a higher ceiling than The Witcher. The Witcher 3 is one of my favorite games of all time, but Cyberpunk, while I don't think that world was fleshed out as best as possible with 2077, it was also the first game. On top of that, Phantom Liberty did a tremendous job. On top of that, you had the Edge Runners anime, you have Edge Runners Season 2 coming out as well, and now you're still getting patches. You're gonna get a Cyberpunk 2. I think the world is Cyberpunk's oyster as far as where this IP could go, and given where this game was at in December of 2020, and I had said vocally that I didn't even think the game was that bad in December of 2020. On PS4 and Xbox One, it absolutely was, but on PC, while the game wasn't at the level of what CDPR was promoting it to be, and maybe that's what people had an issue was, it was the disappointment of the game relative to the hype level, like what the game ended up being relative to the hype. And yeah, you know, maybe it was disappointing to a lot of people, but I had people saying crazy things to me. I remember when that game was coming out, people were saying this is the worst game of all time. I legitimately have DMs I can dig up from Discord of people telling me that, and it's like, bro, we live in a world where Rogue Warrior exists. Relax yourself there, buddy. But what you have out of Cyberpunk 2077 now, especially out of the Ultimate Edition, is tremendous, and it's continuing to get better and better. I will say, I still have issues with the pacing of the main story. I thought the main story kind of rushed to the finish with Act 3 and how that was executed, but it is what it is. I still think it's a remarkable game, and really one of my favorite games of the last decade for what it is right now with the Ultimate Edition as well. We'll get the full insight on Update 2.3 tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that, 5 p.m. CEST. Hopefully, we'll get a deep dive on that and some cool stuff to be had with that. All right, moving on from that, I do want to quickly note that John Wick's Hex, it's not a huge game, but I mean, John Wick is a notable IP. Will be getting delisted from all storefronts. As noted on the official page to our community, John Wick Hex will be removed from sale on all platforms beginning July 17, 2025. After July 17th of 2025, existing owners of John Wick Hex will still be able to access the game via their digital libraries on PC or console, and obviously if you have a physical copy, you'll still be able to access that, and if you own the game, you'll be able to download it. Unfortunately, on the PlayStation Store, it is not discounted, so if you want to pick it up, it is $19.99. However, there are physical copies available, but this had to have been like a limited run games type of release, and it wasn't something that was a big release. I mean, okay, if I go on eBay, you can get copies of John Wick's Hex for around $22 new. So if you want a physical copy of it, if you care about game preservation, you know, you can go pick that up. I don't know if the price point is going to get jacked up. I'll leave a link to eBay in the description box below where I dug up. It's from Deal Tavern. It's $22.20, so you can pick that up. If you do want a physical copy of that ahead of it being delisted, I could see the price point of it appreciating, but I mean, $22 for a very low-key game. I don't know how many people are going to be wanting to run out and buy that, but a $22 pickup, even if it's getting delisted again. I don't know how many of you guys are going to be all aboard on that, but I like to give you guys ample time and a heads up on whenever these games are getting delisted, so you have an opportunity to pick them up if you want to preserve them in your library. And again, digital game preservation is a whole other can of worms as far as talking about that, but there have been a lot of notable games that have gotten pulled over the years. The Deadpools of the world, the Transformers War for Cybertrons, etc., etc. So if you care about John Wick's Hex, that'll be getting pulled on July 17th. And we talked about it, Limbo and Inside, potential on those games getting pulled on the 17th as well. So keep an eye out on all of that. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching. Cyberpunk 2077 will get a heads up on what's to come with Update 2.3 tomorrow, 5 p.m. CEST, and John Wick's Hex will be getting pulled from all digital storefronts. That's going to do it for me. Your thoughts down below. As always, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.